The only advice I received before going to Paris for the first time was don't forget to just do nothing. It's hard to do nothing when it's your first time in Paris. There's countless things to see and do, not to mention eat. Few cities in the world are as romanticized as the City of Light, and planning a first journey to the capital of France can be extremely overwhelming. I had a tough time getting a read on Paris from talking to people, because it's probably the most polarizing city in the world. You either love it or you hate it. My main goal during my first trip to Paris was to find a balance between seeing everything I wanted to see and doing nothing. I was meeting up with my cousin Samantha, who was on her very first European adventure. Needless to say, we needed to allow ourselves to be unapologetic tourists, at least for a little while. Our first day and a half was all about the sights, starting with a cruise down the Seine River. The Seine splits Paris into two halves, and a lot of the city's most significant architecture is right on the riverbanks. While it may be a tourist magnet, these river cruises are a nice and relaxing way to appreciate the city's beauty, and also get an idea of where everything is located. We were lucky enough to book a sunset cruise, and the sun was hitting the buildings in just the right way. It was a great first taste of what was to come the next 2 days. Bright and early, we signed up to go summit the most famous landmark in all of France, and perhaps all of Europe, the 19th century icon, the one and only Eiffel Tower. Again, since this was our very first time in Paris, we wanted to have the full experience. We got in line for the elevator that takes you to the very top. I would definitely recommend booking these tickets in advance to avoid standing in line all day. The tower must be painted every 7 years by applying 60 tons of paint to prevent it from rusting. It's been repainted 19 times and is mostly done by hand. We happened to visit the tower on a painting year, and this time around they are painting the Iron Lady gold for the 2024 Summer Olympics. The tower has 3 levels. Visitors can visit the first and second level viewing platforms and restaurants, as well as the third top level, 906 feet above Paris, for an additional charge. The elevator ride was a little scary when you think about how old this tower actually is, but it's a great way to get a unique perspective inside the tower's core and see how it is constructed. After seeing the city's #1 icon, we made our way to the Montmartre neighborhood. The centerpiece of the Montmartre neighborhood is the stunning Sacre Cathedral. You're likely to find a lot of tourists here too, but this cathedral can't be missed. After seeing the cathedral, make sure you take a stroll through the neighborhood as well. It's full of beautiful homes and colorful brasseries with outdoor seating. It's honestly one of the more unique neighborhoods in Paris and a great spot for pictures. Watching Parisians spending their afternoon sipping coffee and enjoying the weather gave us a little taste of what doing nothing in Paris actually looks like. Since we had already made a pretty good dent in our tourist checklist, we decided to knock out another one. The Arc de Triomphe is a Parisian icon, featured in countless movies and TV shows. The roundabout is full of chaotic traffic, so all pedestrians have to cross underground. The detail on the Arc is incredibly captivating, but the view on top might be the highlight. Our last full day in Paris was a relaxing one. However, we had one more tourist attraction to check off the list. The Louvre Art Museum is considered by many to be the finest collection of art in the entire world. We purchased a skip-the-line ticket with a direct guidance to the Mona Lisa. This was 100% worth the money, as it saved valuable time. Our guide escorted us to a secret entrance checkpoint and straight to Leonardo da Vinci's iconic painting. The viewing area for the Mona Lisa is honestly maddening and dysfunctional. There were so many people trying to take a photo that we actually had to push and shove to hold our space.
What are we about to see, Sydney?
The reason we came here.
The one and only.
Once we got our photo, we immediately escaped the suffocating swarm of people. After the Mona Lisa, we were able to explore the Louvre at our own pace. It would probably take an entire day to explore the whole museum, but we were blown away by the Wings of Victory, Venus de Milo, and the Sphinx sculpture. We had officially checked off the Big Four of Paris. We were now free to enjoy the city as we pleased. Now that we were free from long lines and QR code tickets, we decided to walk along the river towards the Latin Quarter. We still had so much French cuisine to try, but we started with a simple breakfast staple, the croque madame. While you can find the croque madame almost anywhere, I highly recommend an awesome brasserie known as Les Deux Magots. Finally, it was time to do nothing. We couldn't think of a better place for this than the beautiful Luxembourg Gardens. The experience was enhanced with a pain au chocolat from a nearby patisserie. With nothing on the agenda for the night, we went for a long walk, eventually ended up at Escargot for the ultimate Parisian delicacy. Snails. Delicious, buttery snails.
Slippery little guy.
Okay. Here she goes.
What's it taste like?
It's like salt, herbs.
The one thing I learned on my first Paris visit is that there is no such thing as the perfect Paris itinerary. Everyone will have their own personal experience based on what they want to do. There's nothing wrong with going to see all of the sights, but also make sure to leave enough time to enjoy the leisure and beauty of Parisian life.
Oh,
Oh my god, a sandwich. Wait, show me that. You cheater.
Hey, what did you have to do? Put bread and butter on it? Sure.
Did it though.
Yay! Chasing it with bread.